Hey guys, it's Minish, and today I wanted to be going over the positive changes that Pokemon has made over the years. And that's pretty much it, guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. But anyway, in all seriousness, Pokemon has had some changes, right? And although it's overshadowed by the negative balancing changes and their greed for money that can't be satiated, there have been positive changes. I know. I had to look really hard. It was difficult, but I challenged myself with the tremendous undertaking of looking through each patch note and trying to find something positive about each one. And only 3 I failed. I found a lot of little nice things, right? And today we're going to be going over that because it's only wrong if we only criticize. We have to give them love, and hopefully, like when we go over things that are good, they can say, maybe these people aren't just hateful. Maybe this is how we should continue to do things, But I doubt it. But anyway, here's the video, right? So starting off, alphas. I'm a fan of alphas. A lot of people view them as cash grabs. I think they're nice. Anyone who goes, they affect the economy negatively. Breeding for profit wasn't profitable before alphas. I know about it. I was doing it. It wasn't that bad. The 31-31 from alphas didn't drastically impact the market as much as they did. If you want to say there is an impact to this day and it's further accentuated, it's just because the amount of players or the fact that we have nerfed previous metrics. I don't fault alpha for this. Alphas are a cool mechanic. To have a bigger sprite following you around, to have the chase shiny, it's nice. And by the same token, secret shiny is also nice. You can completely ignore it if you don't like it, but it's there if you want like a higher end content or a more flexible shiny, right? Just an absolute nice change. This also was the introduction of hidden abilities for those who don't know. And it started with the anniversary event. And this is just nice, right? It's something they were asking for a while. We wanted hidden ability for PvP, and the devs actually gave it to us. So W devs. Next, right? Lures. Now, a lot of people don't like lures. Like, I get it. Starters used to be free. And a lot of people are upset because they're like, look, now I have to pay to get access to a Trico. Now I have to pay to get access for a Mudkip, right? Before you could do it without it. But lures made single encountering more tolerable. I was one of 0 people single encountering, and lures, like giving me that extra third every other turn where I'd get a double encounter, was a nice addition. They also, as I said, added secret shiny, right? This was a much needed buff to general play, and singles had no love. Almost everybody was horde encountering back in the day. I was one of the few masochistic individuals continuing to suffer, and I really appreciated this change. It baited me into wasting a lot more of my life chasing a secret shiny, right? And the XP reamplifier, although it is a pay-to-win item, it is a nice quality of life item. Yeah, they could have given it to us for free, but 500 for the XP amplifier, or 1,000 or 1,500 or whatever it is, it's good value. For any new player watching this, this is one of the few in-game shop items worth buying it. It makes it so you can turn it off and on with a toggle, and you can share EVs with any Pokemon in your party. And it also gave you the access to having your Pokemon continue to hold an Everstone, so you don't have tragic things happen with like my boy Kento and his Wooper evolving into a Quagsire, right? This was just a nice change, and I loved it, right? And they didn't need to do it, right? They added pay-to-win elements to it, yes, and they always do that to an extent. It's funny that people focus on the incubators now. This happened back in 2022, and now suddenly we have a problem with it, right? They've snuck this in every single time. I just think I'm the only one who's been observant about it. But I like this because you can ignore the mechanic and just take the general buff for free-to-play with the pay-to-win, right? Or pay-to-lose, as this game actually is. Okay, so next one. Box UIs were updated. The old UIs were horrible. I'm glad you guys never had to experience this. This was a genuine nice change. They also added the ability to get 20 boxes, right? Yes, you have to pay $1 million to get all 20 boxes, and no one does it. But having the alternative to have 20 boxes, and today it's 30 boxes, right? And the PC expansion slots, again, this is like one of their predatory monetizations, but the ability to have it is nice. And again, you just have the old status quo if you don't like this. Again, it's the good balance of free to play can keep playing, they're not getting punished for not having it, and you give like whales a nice quality of life change if they're winning. And if you are free to play, back when you could earn income, you could save and get these expansion slots that were available on the GTL. It's nice, right? But yeah, and they also just did general like quality of life changes to make the boxes look better, right? Give them credit where credit is due. All right, the next one, Johto. Johto. We said Johto tomorrow, and we got it. Still can't believe to this day we got it. It's an entire region. They did a great job balancing like all of the shiny hunting. Like it's really, really good. I remember, if you think the game devs are brain dead now, they unironically said to us, we can release Black 2 before we release Johto. And we as a community are like, how were you dropped on your head as a child? Like, we now know they are, but at the time we didn't. We're like, dude, are you actually considering releasing Black 2 before Johto? No one wants this. We want Johto. And they're like, but if we give you Johto, it's just going to be more shiny hunting methods. Yes, we want more shiny spots. Yes, we want more gym rebattle locations, and we want more shiny spots. That's the point. Yes, that's all we want. And then they're like, okay, and they gave us Johto, absolute W. They saw that they were doing the wrong thing. They listened to their community. They course corrected. This is stuff you never see, right? In addition with Johto, you got the apricorns, you got the new balls, you got an entirely new system. This is like one of the largest updates that have ever come out, and it is amazing. And I still geek out about Johto all the time. Like Johto, absolute W, right? We're not going to go into what happened after this happened, but like initial Johto, amazing, right? And while we're at it, we're going to talk about the teleporters. They added teleporters so you could actually use the Johto gym reruns, which was a super nice quality of life changes. Back in the day, you would make about 100,000 more than you would today prior to the strings getting cooked, right? And the teleporters accentuated that money to be 780K if you knew what you were doing per gym rerun, right? So now they kind of undid the teleporter buff by adding strings and making everything have a built-in 20-second encounter with the trainers. But like, you know, the teleporters themselves were amazing. And there was a stretch of period where free-to-play was in the best spot of its life. And, you know, we're going to stay positive and not talk about anything else. Additionally, adding red rematch and ho-ho rematches are just nice. They didn't have to do that. They added another way for you to grind and strategize and make money. It is awesome. They have done stuff. And you know what? I think we're going to come up on it. They actually buffed legendary lures. It's going to be another patch, but I found a buff. I looked through every line and I found a single buff. They buffed the encounter rate for legendary roars. It has happened once. They know how to do it. We just need to remind them, chat. They have done it once. They can do it again. Yes. Again, the ability to hide dittos from the GTL, berries, right? People don't know. If you had Pokeballs, they used to be individually listed in 99 stacks. It was cancer. You wanted to go to the right ball, you'd be scrolling for a half an hour. They updated the UI to stack like 1 million Pokeballs at once. It is such a nice change. I forgot they did it. Again, we view everything through a negative lens, and it is super nice that they fixed the UI. They fixed the bag storage system. That's a nice quality of life feature that they added, right? Very late in the game, but they did add it. You know, got to give them credit. Right? Here's what we're talking about. Legendary lures have gained additional effects. They increase normal encounter rates by 15%. The levels on monsters encountered in the area have a maximum of +2. Many increase the size of encounters, have an 8% chance to encounter a lure exclusive species. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, devs. W devs. Right? Again, undoing a pay-to-win system. You used to have to change your gender. You wouldn't have to get corrective surgery, right? Like in the real world, you would just have to credit card. Well, I guess it's the same as the real world. You would credit card swipe, and then you'd be able to change your gender, right? Well, guess what? They undid it. They changed it to you could just go to a stylist at each mart and change your hairstyle and your basic configuration of your character. That wasn't a thing. They used to predatorily monetize that, and they actually undid it. Amazing. I still can't believe they undid it. I am amazed they did this. This was a nice look. Oh my gosh, they undid a monetization. Wow, our developers. And again, right? Although there are a lot of nerfs here, you know what they did? You know what they did, chat? They buffed magnets. They buffed the magnet charm. They may have nerfed the normal like item pickup rate from fossils into the ground, but they buffed item magnet. So now instead of just working off payday, increasing your payday pickup rate, it helps with stuff like Rock Smash. And additionally, Rock Smash, when you had a glitch earlier where, and it dictates this in the patch notes, if you were using repels, you wouldn't be able to Rock Smash. They changed that. Now you can repel and Rock Smash. So I will say, with the addition of Magnet Charms, with the addition of being able to repel and Rock Smash, the Rock Smash nerfs we've seen throughout the years are kind of offset. And I don't think Rock Smashes is in a bad state as I thought it would be. Shamo, I'm sorry for betraying you. That is my opinion. Okay. And that is what we were just talking about. And that concludes every good change that Pokemmo has done in all the patches. I know it isn't the longest list, but you know, it's something. And thank you for doing those things. W devs. Bye-bye.